With me now is retired Major General David Fraser, CTV military analyst. General, thank you for being here this evening.
Renee, good to be with you.
What are the immediate implications of Israel's preemptive strike on Tehran?
Well, first and foremost is the word nuclear. They've gone after nuclear sites. They've not done this in the past, recent past, and the fact that they've gone after that, perhaps one of the two enrichment sites would mean that Iran will be significantly looking at retaliation of the likes that we have not seen in the past, because this is not just military, it's right to their nuclear program, which has come under attack from the UN. And, with the U.S. negotiations, we should expect a very large response against Israel.
What is the significance of the timing of this attack? Why now?
Well, the UN just came back out, and the International Atomic Agency said that Iran was flagrantly not conforming to the proliferation of nuclear products. And so I think, perhaps that, and also the intelligence picture that Israel had, was the trigger, at which point they thought they could go after Iran. And also the fact that, Iran has been weakened because of all the fighting against Hamas and Hezbollah. The proxies are significantly degraded because of what Israel has done. So Israel has taken a political point in time here, and they've thought that they could go after them. And this is what we're talking about now.
So Israel has ordered schools to stay shut, mass gatherings are suspended, and it's anticipating a response at any time. How might this response shape the next phase of this confrontation?
Well, like we saw in the last previous responses, drones and missiles. The fact that Israel has actually attacked some of their long-range missiles is indicative that they've anticipated that they would use these weapons. So maybe they've destroyed some of them so they can't come back after Israel, or at the same time, trying to force Iran to disperse them. But Iran will use what we've seen in the past. They've fired over 200 missiles and drones. Drones take a long time to get there. Missiles take about 13 minutes to get there. So I think Israel is expecting the worst.
Is there a risk that this turns into a broader conflict involving the U.S. and other actors?
Well, it certainly, we've now using the nuclear word in attacking. It does elevate the risk of a more regional fight. The U.S. have already come out and said that they were not part of this, which is interesting. And the fact that the relationships between the U.S. and Israel have been strained recently, and the United States is in dialogue with Iran, trying to get a settlement against proliferation of nuclear weapons. So I think you've got an awful lot of cards in play. The question is, what is Iran going to do? And that's what we're going to have to wait and see in the next hours and day.
How might this impact the ongoing Iran-U.S. nuclear talks that were set to resume in Oman over the weekend?
I think that they will put this in serious jeopardy, whether or not they're going to carry on. I think Iran's going to shut down and focus only on Israel and what they're going to do against that. So I think it makes the U.S. Negotiating team, puts them in a very awkward position now, because there's going to be not very much for them to talk about while Iran tries to figure out how they're going to retaliate against Israel. So don't look for much progress there.